Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about multi-cloud capabilities and how they can help you innovate as well as save money. I'm Leung. I'm a vice president with Oracle Cloud Infrastructure and happy to answer any questions you have after watching this content. So the premise behind our approach around distributed cloud and multi-cloud is the fact that we know that most customers, almost 100% of customers, are already using two or more clouds. We also know that many of our customers trust us and some of our technologies like Oracle Exadata for some of their most critical workloads. But if you look at the market, uh, the most recent data from Goldman Sachs indicates that only 31% of enterprise workloads are in the cloud, right? So while there's a lot of cloud usage, uh, customers have been having some challenges or are still looking to migrate some of their key workloads. Our belief is that customers really want providers to work together. In this case, in particular, ourselves, Oracle, and Microsoft, and really bring together some of our best capabilities in a way that customers can use them to address some of these key workloads. In particular, if you look at some of our key services, obviously we've invested many, many years on data management technologies, in particular Oracle Database. And we believe we're able to bring very, very unique capabilities there when it comes to a database that has extremely high availability, the ability to perform at unbelievable levels and extreme service levels, and some particular capabilities around converging data, which I'll talk about shortly. Tying that together with all the customers that are already taking advantage of Azure and some of the key application services there, we believe is something that customers have been looking for. So as a result, in September, we announced that we're going to further our partnership, expand our partnership to deliver something that we believe is unique in the market, where we're actually going to be delivering Oracle Cloud Infrastructure inside of Microsoft Azure data centers. And we have been working together for over 5 years. We've already been offering solutions for multi-cloud where we directly connect our data centers together, but we believe this is a big next step to provide customers with capabilities that they've never seen before, but they've been asking for. So what is this about? By tying in and tightly integrating OCI and Oracle Database Services into Azure, we think that's going to give you three main things. Much more choice and freedom to run your workloads. In this case, particularly in Azure, an opportunity to really address some of those key workloads that you have not moved into the cloud yet, in a way that is going to be incredibly simple when it comes to purchasing and operating these services. Quick note on Oracle Database. If you haven't taken a look at it recently or you haven't been tracking it, it is very much a cloud service today where constant updates, tons and tons of innovation, and three key things to remember about Oracle Database. It is a multi-purpose database, so it can handle all different types of workloads, from the most intensive transactional types of applications to applications that are more centered around analytics and data processing, all in one product. Um, there's capabilities that basically allow you to optimize the database for those different types of workloads. So you're really not giving up much of anything. It's also what we call converged, in that it can handle lots of different types of data. So while we certainly appreciate and understand if your approach is more single-purpose database and you use lots of different types of databases in your workloads, we believe that there's lots of efficiencies to be gained by converging those different data types to really simplify the management of data, securing it, providing governance, providing availability in one place, as opposed to having to manage multiple or even dozens of different types of databases. And finally, we know that there's lots of different development styles that you have within your organization. Oftentimes within one organization, you may have requirements for full stack development as well as basically no code or low code development. And we have lots of tools and frameworks to support that as well. So running workloads where you choose. Again, we've worked with so many of you over the years where we know that you're running some critical applications that are using Oracle Database and Oracle Exadata where the service levels are such that they cannot go down, right? We know that you're running large transactional systems, payroll systems, operational systems to run airlines, to run critical transportation, healthcare systems, etc. And you've been leveraging these technologies like Oracle Real Application Clusters or RAC, or Exadata, which is a optimized database appliance. And they've been working well for you, and there's been no real alternative for you yet in the cloud. So one of the key things we're trying to enable with this offering is to give you all those qualities inside of Azure, where again, we're taking OCI and some of our key database services and actually co-locating them physically in these data centers to provide you with the lowest possible latency and highest possible performance, just like any other Azure service, okay? But also bringing some of those capabilities that have to date been not available in Azure, such as Oracle RAC, such as Oracle Exadata, and those key Oracle technologies that give you the availability, security, and performance that you're looking for. In addition to migrations, which is, we believe, the primary use case for this offering, there's a great opportunity to modernize those applications. So instead of a binary decision that you may have to make today of, hey, in order to move this application into Azure, we're going to have to do some replatforming. We're going to have to really modify this application or completely replatform it to get anything close to the service levels we're getting on-prem. This product is actually going to enable you to do that migration basically without changing anything, keep those service levels, but then once you're in the cloud, to be able to do that incremental modernization or replatforming, lots of different architecture approaches that look like that, whether you're going to be initially starting to modernize the visualization layer, the application layer, starting to do some amount of containerization or application of microservices to get more agile, to apply modern software development processes to these applications. This will give you those options. Finally, of course, if you already have a lot of this critical data in Oracle Database or Exadata, by moving this into the cloud, that's going to avail you of all those various cloud services to get better analytics, get better insights from that data, apply AI, etc. Certainly a key use case for this offering as well. One of the key things by having parity, so this Oracle database at Azure is going to be identical to Oracle database services running within Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, meaning there's going to be parity in terms of the technology, parity in terms of the pricing, and the support of those technologies. And because of that parity, because it's the same technology, all the great tools that are available for migration, making sure you have a seamless migration, validated, the tools to prepare, the tools to validate that it's working properly at the right service levels are going to be available to you as well for Oracle Database at Azure. Things like zero downtime migration, etc., automated tools, as well as really, really powerful tools for you database experts out there. Simplifying operations. So because the service is going to be very tightly integrated with Azure, Again, and it will basically behave like any other native Azure service. The things that you would expect for those are going to be true. So when you create your databases, all the logs, all the events, etc., are going to be flowing into the Azure environment and into your monitoring and troubleshooting tools. So you don't have to implement new tools. You can just take advantage of your existing Azure tools. Of course, from a security perspective, we're going to be taking advantage of Microsoft Entra to federate the identity and access management of these resources. So again, to provide you with seamless controls. Behind the scenes, we have a collaborative support agreement where you can work with either Oracle or Microsoft, and you will be supported with this configuration. We're also closely working with Microsoft to implement the service according to the highest security and compliance standards. So one of the big and most important things about the service is integration into purchasing. So you can take advantage of your Mac commitment to purchase the service. So if you have a very large commitment, you can take advantage of that to get Oracle database into your environment. The existing Oracle, a lot of the Oracle programs apply. So bring your own license. If you have an existing license of Oracle database or an unlimited license, those things apply to this product. And something we call Oracle Support Rewards also applies. And this is a program where you either get 25 cents or 33 cents on the dollar in terms of your usage of the service that you can then apply to your Oracle tech license support bill to further improve the economics of the solution and reduce your overall costs. So we really tried to make this seamless from a purchasing perspective where you're able to have a single bill. So we've already been talking to a lot of customers about this offering, hundreds at this point. And really, it's really applicable across just about every industry, as you can see from the slide, where, as I said, we know that there's literally thousands of applications and customers out there that have been stuck and unable to take advantage of the cloud because this offering has not existed. So really, really excited to be working with customers to get them on board it. From an analyst perspective, I mean, I think the main thing here is we are trying a very different approach to address, again, a huge part of the market, right? You could argue the vast majority where huge amount of these workloads are still on-prem or in less than optimal locations. And by combining and partnering, we think we have an offering that's going to really, really help reduce the friction and get those workloads into the cloud, but where you can really start focusing on innovation. With that, if you have additional, if you're looking for additional information, just hit the QR code here. And I shared my content information in the beginning. Very happy to talk to you and answer any questions you have. Thanks so much for your time.